All right, scale 1 to 10. How you feeling about this card, bro?
1 to 10 excitement. I would say I'm at about a 7. I'm not. It's a top heavy card, and also I'm a huge Patchy Mix guy because I've been hating on him for years. And then he shut me up a couple times, so I said, "All right, well, he needs to go to the UFC because he's not fighting anybody." Boom, here he is. It's in the UFC, so let's see what he does.
So now you
But I
got
would say about a 7.
now you got to redeem yourself, and you actually got to follow his
Nah, I
lead.
gotta pick. Yeah, we'll see. But he proved me wrong multiple times. Really pissed me off a little bit. But I'd say a 7. What do you think?
Um, I'll be honest. I'm probably lower than that. I'll probably be more like around 5. And it's not to say it's like a bad card or anything like that, right? It's just
Mhm.
I'm not. I don't feel like Sugar Sean earned this rematch to be super excited about it. I'm definitely looking forward to the Pena Harrison fight the most, probably out of this all these the main card. But
Big
just
time.
the fact that O'Malley to me didn't deserve it, he wasn't champion long enough to earn an immediate rematch. Just
Of course.
I think that knocks it down a peg for me. But
Yeah, I agree. I also think it's the meaningness of the fights. Like, sure, the two top fights are championship fights, but Gaslam and Joe Pfeiffer, whoever wins, this doesn't move anything for them. It just proves, okay, Joe Pfeiffer, you're not a actual scrub that got checked by Jack Hermanson, right? Or Gaslam, you're not a lazy POS. That's the only thing that proves for them. Bautista and Mix, again, that could be very meaningful for the bantamweight division, but Luque and Holland also doesn't mean anything. If Holland wins, he just gets a number to his name now for the welterweights.
well, Batista mix to me, it's just a sign of like, hey man, we got the main title fight here. We need to get ourselves into the mix. I feel like they're just gonna go and do something to really show like, hey, I've put me in the conversation. I got because whoever wins, call out the winner of the fight. Call out
They
whoever
have
comes
to.
out because
Yeah.
that's your best time to do it. Now you got people watching you. For all the Sugar Sean fans, he's not going to give Marab a rematch. I know Dana White's not going to give Marab a rematch the second
Yeah.
he loses the title, the same way he did Aljo's Sterling dirty.
Yep.
So
They're gonna. It's that's gonna be the news too. If Sean O'Malley does win, that's gonna be the news afterwards. It's like, oh, I bet you it'll be Sean O'Malley, Piotr Jan 2, or Sean O'Malley, Corey Sanhagen.
yeah,
It's like, oh, well, Marab didn't get a rematch, and Marab has to fight one or two more times. So that'll be another conversation to be had when that happens.
that's what I'm
So I
saying.
agree.
It's
Yeah.
just it's just the agendas of TKO and Dana. They know what they're doing. They know what's up. But let's get into it, bro. I mean, I don't know how much more we can like stall to see how people come in. If they have questions, we'll get them in there. But for now, let's talk about it. Marab. You want to pronounce the last name for me?
Marab Davalishvili.
All right, Zvalasvili. Oh my goodness.
That's good. That's decent.
I don't
That's
want to
pretty
get
good.
I don't want to get canceled like James. Versus Sugar
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley, round two, second fight. The rematch is here. The main
Yes.
event. Obviously, the last time we saw them, it was UFC Noche.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, the next one will be in San Antonio, not a pay per view, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll
Yes,
see how that
sir.
goes. Maybe Milton will go. I probably will not. I don't know. It would be fun to go, but
Please go. Yes, I want to go.
depends on the card. Depends on the card. I'll be honest. I don't
That's
want
true.
I don't want them to give me a shitty card. But anyways, going back to this 316.
Yes.
The champion defends his title. Last time he won, he probably won 4 rounds to 1 or 5-0, however y'all felt. But
No, so I agree. He won, but I think a lot of people it became like, oh man, Marab just mauled him. I was like, well, he did in the fourth round, in the second round. Honestly, in the first round, excuse me, the third round and the fifth round, especially the fifth round, we all know Sean O'Malley won. So uh, I think it was closer than what people are giving it. It's not far fetched to say it was a 3-2 Marab easy win though. The Sean O'Malley lovers are saying like, "Oh man, you could have scored it for Sean." That's also just stupid. That's way stupider than Davalishvili winning all five rounds. But I think it was closer than what people are giving it.
yeah. Um maybe I'm one of those guys. I just I don't feel as close. I feel like the only time that Sean really had a shot to like win it was in that last round when he hit him with a kick to the body,
Mm-hmm.
and it stunned Marab to like, oh nope, don't want to lose the title here. No,
Yeah.
I have it in my hands already. I mean, I don't want to be that guy. So I do think like it was at that moment that Sean was like, I can probably do it, but he looked so tired and everything. And I know he came out afterwards. It was like, I'm injured, I'm hurt. I didn't want to take this fight, but didn't want to be
Yeah,
that guy.
that's always the thing. But with the championship rematch, what are the odds? What the odds are saying is Marab, of course, is a favorite versus Sean O'Malley's being the underdog. I will say with Sean O'Malley getting the surgery that he needed, him feeling Marab in the octagon, him showing life in the fifth round where everybody thought he didn't have 5 round cardio after honestly just a cardio fest for Marab. I think the odds are correct as far as the favorite, but as big of a favorite as Marab is, I don't agree with that because Sean is the more dangerous fighter. I love Marab. I know, love Marab. Everybody that loves MMA loves Marab. Anybody that loves MMA. And the thing is, though, the truth of the matter, however, is Marab is not a finisher. He is not going to finish Sean O'Malley. He's not going to finish anybody he gets in there with unless they just should not be in there with him. That's not, I'm not, that he has mastered what he does perfectly well. But the guy that Marab has to worry about for 5 rounds, for 25 minutes, is Sean O'Malley, which Sean O'Malley can finish him in a instant. And we've seen Marab get hurt. So if Sean O'Malley wasn't blowing smoke, no pun intended, he stopped smoking actually, by the way, shout out to him. But if he wasn't blowing smoke and that injury, which I agree with him, really was the kind of the crux of why he couldn't train for the grappling. Also, when he was in there, Marab's not known to hold people down. That's why he averages about 5, 6 takedowns a fight because he can't hold. He's not Islam. He's not Habib. He's a guy that's constantly taking you down because he can't hold you down. But he held Sean O'Malley down for at least the 2 rounds. So I do think the odds are a bit incorrect, and I do think a lot of people, because Sean lost his belt to Marab, are just acting as if Sean has no chance.
No, Deshaun definitely has a chance. Like everyone has a fighter's chance. It's not a
Mm-hmm.
secret there. I don't think the odds are that crazy. I think I saw -280 for Marab, which is not that far insane. It's less of a favor than what is it Pryor has against Gaslam. So
Yeah.
uh, he has the odds makers aren't going too crazy on Sean. He's a +230. I don't know, man. I just want to see if Sean can really like step it up and really show like, hey man, this is my cage. This is my circle. This is everything I've worked hard for.
Mhm.
We all know that he's Connor light. He embraced everything. He was Post Malone and Conor McGregor's love child. And
That's a good one. That's a good one.
let's see, man. Let's see if he is striking. Well, I mean, we all know what's going to be. It's wrestling defense. It's really going to be it. And if Marab is going to be as cocky as he was when he fought Sean the first time, how he was when he fought
Umar.
Umar,
Yeah. Mhm.
he did. I mean, as much as I know, I was going for Marab to win the fight, and he did against
Mhm.
Umar. There was times where he got a little too cocky, a little too arrogant, a little too excited that he if it was anyone else and more experience that he probably could have ate that. Let's not forget Anderson Silva thought he was untouchable until he got touched by Chris
Yeah.
Weidman. So I'm still gonna go Marab. I think he has the skills and abilities to keep Sean, who is like you said, the more dangerous fighter, the more dangerous striker, off his balance, off his game.
Mhm.
Um, so let's see what it is. Why is Alex calling me right now during this thing?
Who knows? Well, hopefully he's okay. If he calls 3 times, that's when you got to answer.
Hold on, let me
But
let me answer the professor real quick. Let me see.
go ahead.
It's
Go
all right,
ahead.
we're live. We're live, pal. We're live on TikTok. What do you mean? What the heck? I'm doing an MMA show. I promoted this. What you want? You trying to get me moved to the south side again?
Oh man, not exit 7.
Huh? Oh, Call his mother. Bye.
Yeah, back with the Sean O'Malley Marab. So I want people, if they have like ESPN or they could actually just YouTube it with Marab against Umar, right?
Yep.
And again, this, of course, yes, is an excuse, but it's a fair excuse. Same thing that Sean O'Malley had. And again, Marab also had his shin busted wide open, so that also could have been an excuse for Marab loss. A lot of these guys have valid excuses if they lose. Some of them just choose not to say it. But anyways, with the Umar fight, and I know you watched it. You know I watched it multiple times. The first 2 rounds, Umar beat the piss out of Marab. That's all that happened. On the feet, Marab couldn't take him down, and he started getting beat up. Then Umar breaks his hand. How? I don't know. Breaks his hand, and yeah, Marab just does Marab things and completely took over the entirety of the fight. So the only reason why I bring that up is just because Sean O'Malley doesn't have the takedown defense that Umar has. Obviously, we already know.
Yep.
But I will say, if Umar would have had one more round, we have Anu. Sean O'Malley needs to win these first 3 rounds as much as possible, as he has to give 100% all 3 rounds, because a lot of times fighters won't do that, which is smart. But against Marab, go for it. Marab's not a submission threat. He's not going to finish you on the ground. Do it. Get 3 rounds, and he could do whatever he wants. He could toss you around. He could do what he did to Henry Cejudo, go from cage to cage. Fine, but he needs to get the 3 rounds in his bag, just so that's the best possibility for him to win. If he thinks he's going to get taken down and controlled for 2-3 rounds and then come back in the 4th and 5th and win it, that's where he's not going to win this fight. I'm actually, and I'm going to hate myself for this, I'm actually going to go opposition of you. And I think, yep, I know. I love grappling, and I'm picking the striker. Whatever. I got Sean O'Malley finishing Marab in the 4th round. Yep. And for clarification, if Marab wins, he's going to win by decision, and Sean O'Malley's not going to do what I just told him to do. It's just P.S.
What are we doing, Milton?
I have to, man. I have a feeling, not a feeling. Let me not say that. I
got a feeling.
when I watch those first 2 rounds with Umar and Marab on the feet, again, Umar's takedown defense is different levels than Sean O'Malley. But on the feet, Sean O'Malley's a different level than Umar. And Umar was touching Marab up where Marab started looking uncomfortable. Like, all right, well, this is not going how I hope he gets tired. Which he did, but also he broke his hand. So Sean O'Malley, again, I think not the easier, because Marab has the easier path to victory. Sean O'Malley, if he banks 3 rounds, he's good. Versus if Marab banks the first 3 rounds, he still has to worry about Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley can finish him in the 4th and the 5th. Marab has 0 finish ability, at least with the top contenders.
You're going to hate what I'm going to say.
Don't say he's going to finish him.
No, Marab's not going to. I mean, he could. I mean, we never know. He could, okay? You got to stop saying he's not going to finish him. You know, your boy Bryce Harper, whatever, he got finished. He got submitted, and you laughed at me when I said he might get submitted.
Well, yeah, that was a fair laugh.
Okay, so, I mean, it's a fair laugh if O'Malley gets, choked out or whatever. Anything could happen.
Yeah, anything could happen,
So,
sure.
I'm not going to say, you know what, 5th round submission, Marab. I'll go there. Give me my prediction. He submits O'Malley.
He's crazy.
Let me be crazy. I don't care. You thought I was crazy again.
No, I did not. If we put back the
when
tape,
did you not think I was crazy?
No, but I'm saying Sean Silva is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He definitely, I didn't know he was that much stronger than Bryce. That's where it threw me off. When I saw him just toss him, I said, oh, okay, well, this isn't good. I thought Bryce would have that country strength and be at least similar in strength to Sean Silva. Sean Silva still is a great grappler, and he has submissions. Marab does not have finishing ability. That's the fact of it. But okay, you said 5th round submission. You remember that? I think you said he was going to finish Umar too. It's crazy. You just think Marab's going to be a finishing machine, huh?
You got to remember too. I also don't like go just decision. I hate just like easy.
What Marab is that?
We don't trust the judges. I don't ever. I don't care. yes, I
All
understand
right.
that that Marab's a freaking machine when it comes to going to the judges, but that's not
Yes.
that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to have fun here.
All right. Submission. Fifth
So
round. I think Sean O'Malley TKO, not complete knockout. TKO. Fourth round. Might be an early stoppage. I don't care.
oh no.
Fourth round.
So what I was gonna say was, I mean, to make it sound crazy, and guys like the video on here. Follow us at Puro Picture Sports as well.
Please.
Follow my boy Milton, the People's Debate, whether it's on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, all the good stuff. Do follow us. No, what I was gonna say is, what if Sean comes in like a Leon Edwards and doesn't do a damn thing because
Mm,
he has no answers to the test?
yeah.
That's
Well,
that's another thing that could happen. And I'm
it
not.
could.
I mean, I'm not saying like, yay, let's make it happen. I'm just like wondering, like, hey, it's a possibility.
Yeah. I doubt it, but it is a possibility. He suffered a loss. He's not used to losing. Yeah. The whole life changed after he lost, right? So,
I
and
mean,
so
you just never
it could
know.
be.
Like, how many champions come in the next time around and are GSP? Not many. Not many of
Yeah.
them come back and are the same in their championship rematches.
Yeah.
So we'll see. You got Sugar Sean. I got Marab.
Yep.
Um,
Great odds.
you're hoping that Umar's he exposed something that Sean will capitalize on. I'm
Mhm.
saying Marab has already broken this man's soul. He owns it. So let's make it happen. All right,
Right
good
on.
shit. Milton just wants to be different, guys. Don't worry. Anyways, let's go on to the co-main event. tell me, tell me when I'm telling lies, Milton.
I'm not being. I'm very opinionated, but I don't want to be different. Go ahead.
All right, Juliana Pena, the women's bantamweight champion, defends her title against.
Ooh.
Dang, the hate
Sorry.
is real.
Sorry. Sorry.
Against Kayla Harrison. This Pena is a two-time women's champion. One time beating Amanda Nunes. The other time beating. I
Raquel Pennington.
yes,
No,
Raquel.
yeah, it is the division means nothing. Go ahead.
Yeah, it hasn't been the same since Amanda left.
Yeah.
But Kayla Harrison, young, hot, rising star in her mid 30s, if I'm not mistaken, is challenging to fight Juliana Pena. Milton, talk to me about the styles of fighters they are. What kind of styles they bringing into this fight?
Sure will. So we got two women that striking. If we had an attribute list like this was the video game, or if it was Madden or 2K, out of 100, their striking would be about a 40. Okay, both of these women have no hands, no feet, nothing of the sort to help them in anything. Both of them rely on toughness, and one has a is a two-time gold medalist in judoka, in Kayla Harrison. With Juliana Pena, she relies on her toughness. She is a jiu-jitsu submission specialist. She relies completely on the grit. And all right, you want to take me down? Well, I have about 20% takedown defense. You're going to take me down anyway. So with these two stylistic matches, we got a jiu-jitsu tough chick that talks like she's Amanda Nunes, and we got Kayla Harrison that fought a bunch of cans, but has a history of greatness as far as the Olympics go. I do believe Juliana Pena. The reason why I boo her is because she does this to herself, dude. She talks a big game. I get it. She has to sell it because nobody cares about 135 in women's division, like you said, since Amanda Nunes has left, which she will be back. Uh, Juliana Pena.
Eventually.
If she lied, that's crazy because she said yes. So if she lied, Amanda Nunes is not the greatest woman fighter of all time.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
chill
I'm just kidding.
out,
I'm just kidding. All
chill
right, all right.
out.
Well, with Juliana Pena, she holds on to that win. Like, look it. Okay, if we put in perspective, they fought a total of, I believe, 8 rounds. Then with the rematch went 5 rounds. The first fight went 3. Amanda Nunes won 7 rounds. Juliana Pena caught Amanda Nunes slipping because Amanda was freaking acting like she's untouchable, and then let her touch her up, and she got choked out. That's what happened. And good on her. Juliana Pena rose to the moment. She could have, just try to not be too aggressive, couldn't be scared. She wasn't scared. Give her that. She is a tough Venezuelan vixen, right? But she's
Okay.
holding on to that 1 round that she won the belt. Good for her. 1 round out of 8. So 5 rounds getting 10-9, 10-8, excuse me, 10-8 and a couple 10-7s in there. She holds on to that as if she is the biggest threat Amanda Nunes has, or she is the biggest thing that the 135-pound bantamweight women's division has. Now she's going to be standing across from Kayla Harrison that knows nothing but greatness, a two-time gold Olympic medaling judoka. She's going to take Juliana down. Juliana's going to pull up a bunch of triangles, try to maybe get a Kimura, try to reach over for a Kimura, try to get maybe an arm bar. She's going to be nice and sassy with it. But eventually that's going to run out because guess what? Kayla Harrison in the PFL wasn't allowed to throw elbows. We saw her use elbows against Holly Holm, which I think a 50-year-old Holly Holm could beat up Juliana Pena. So Kayla Harrison by whatever she wants.
Damn. Damn. I mean,
yeah, Pena just pisses me off.
Don't get me wrong. Like, hey, sometimes the chatterboxes, they get their ways. That's how she got her first fight with Amanda. She hadn't even earned it. If you look at the record, guys, she had more losses recently than she had wins. So that whole thing was a nightmare to begin with.
Yes.
This one, she got dominated when she lost the title back to Nunes. Then she begged and pleaded with Amanda, don't retire, don't go. And then she gets, injured. And then she has to step out of the fight. And so now, Amanda had to have her final fight with someone else. And so, here we are. Pena's a champion. Like we said, Raquel Pennington wasn't a stellar class when she won the fight herself, when she won the title.
Yep.
Kayla Harrison's brought a little bit of life, a little bit of excitement. I think Amanda is coming back. If she does, it's only to fight Harrison. I don't think she cares to fight Pena.
Yeah,
I really don't think she
I agree.
But also, I really hope Amanda comes back to give me one more Shevchenko fight. But that's a different story for a different day.
I'm with you.
Kayla Harrison, so talented, very very good fighter. You're right. I do think this is gonna be her time to shine. She'll win the title, but look, as much as we don't like Pena, as much as she talks, and as much as she just yaps and yaps and yaps, she's a 2-time champion for a reason, and she's gonna make this entertaining. Hopefully,
yeah, for sure.
Make it as much as competitive as possible. But I do got Kayla Harrison coming out the 4th round. Just let's say submission. Let's just go with the nice little tap out to humiliate Pena when she's at her lowest in this fight. I do think Pena is gonna look strong for the first round and a half, and then that's when Harrison kind of takes it over.
Yep, I could see it exactly going that way. Also, even all the hate I just spread it out there for Pena, I will say this: the odds are absolutely just terrible. Kayla Harrison, sure, again, Olympic gold medalist, PFL champion. Who cares if she's a PFL champion? All right, I don't care about the PFL, especially she was a featherweight champion. Who cares? I will say the odds. If you're a degenerate gambler, put Pena in one of your parlays for sure. She's a huge underdog.
Plus 800, right, or whatever it is.
Plus 560 or something like that. Yeah, she can easily outgrit Kayla Harrison and submit her or make it ugly. Because even though Pena's striking absolutely sucks, Kayla sucks a little bit more. That she's more technical than Pena, but Pena doesn't mess. She doesn't care what's coming at her, as we saw against Amanda. But I do have Kayla Harrison finishing Juliana Pena. I'm not even going to say around because I hope she drowns her and then subs her. I really do, because Juliana Pena, much as she talks, like you said, she didn't beat anybody. If you talk about all the top names that she fought, when she fought Valentina, people forget that. Valentina subbed her. Why? Because she's not worthy. All right, go ahead. I'm done.
Damn.
Yeah. Juliana sucks, dude.
I can tell. I can feel
He talks so much spice. I don't get it. That's what made me dislike Bilal. I loved Bilal. And then he started talking too much. And I said, dude, you're not that guy. Huh? You're not that guy, pal. Come on. Come on.
Well, I guess, yeah, he's not that guy. He lost pretty easily. I'm not going to lie. All right, let's get into the Gastelum Pryor fight.
Piper. Joe
sorry.
Piper. Good.
Talk to me, man.
Philadelphia's own, man.
Talk to me about it. How do you feeling about this fight? Obviously, the last time they were supposed to fight, it got
Yes.
canceled last minute.
Yeah.
So
And he had the nerve to blame the Mexicans. Oh man, I don't know what they do with the food. Everybody on the card ate the food and they were fine. You got freaking a 10-year-old bubble guts. Get out of here. But I say all that to say this.
sounds like Mason Barber.
That's a little rough. That's if she really had a seizure, that's pretty rough, dude. That ain't right. But Joe Pyfer is again, he quote unquote almost got fraud checked by Jack Hermanson. Kelvin Gastelum is the pinnacle of all the talent, no work ethic. He'd rather eat food and smoke weed than become a UFC champion. It sucks to see because the man has grappling skills. The man has a great striking dynamic as far as defense and power, and he has a granite chin. Everything you want in an MMA fighter, but guess what? He doesn't care about anything other than pizza and marijuana. So I don't with this fight, Gastelum. You would always think he would win. I would never put any money on Gastelum at all. Joe Pyfer is going to test his chin, like he said, and I think he's going to find it and actually TKO Joe Pyfer. Well, Joe Pyfer TKOs Kelvin Gastelum in the third round. He lasts. Kelvin Gastelum's tough. So.
Kelvin Gastelum was like, bro, when he was on a roll back in the day, he was one of my favorites. Like,
dude. Of course.
He had everything for him. He won the Ultimate Fighter against Uriah Hall, who everyone had the favorite coming out because of his monster knockouts and finishes during the season. Then he dominates Uriah Hall. To be fair, Uriah Hall also shut down. You know, his career went sideways too by just not doing anything. But then he had a nice little momentum. He got a nice winning streak. Got into an interim. It wasn't an interim title fight. It was a number one contendership fight with Israel Adesanya. Arguably Adesanya's best fight from we've seen, other than the Alex Pereira fights. And man, ever since that loss, he just hasn't been the same. We've known about his weight issues with the UFC. That's why Dana kind of banned him for the welterweight division.
Yep.
And he has the talent. I always think like he has the talent. He just never has. He doesn't have the heart, the will, the same as his stomach. And so, man, you're right. Pyfer is going to win this fight. It sucks to say because I like Kelvin Gastelum, but Kelvin Gastelum's just not who I was hoping he'd be and who he was hoping to be. To be honest with you, there's just nothing there. He's not. There's nothing from him that's going to motivate me to believe like, he wants this fight more than anything in the world.
Yep, 100%. He went with Henry Cejudo's gym for a while when he went back to welterweight. Looked good. I said, okay, here we go. Because at welterweight, I thought that was his weight class. He can do anything against anybody at welterweight. And of course, right after that, weight miss. You're back at 185 permanently. And yeah, so it sucks to say because I agree. I had a lot of high hopes for Kelvin Gastelum. And unfortunately, all of his hype, all of his promise, all of his, I would say, former potential is going to be taken over by this young Philadelphia meathead named Joe Pyfer.
Come on, Kelvin, prove us wrong. Do it for the Mexicans after what John said, bro. Just you gotta rep.
Yeah,
you gotta rep what Joe said, bro. You gotta dig in there, dig in the churros, get some Charles Barkley in you and fight. Fight for your
damn
life.
right. Heck yeah, dude.
Kelvin Gastelum, third round finish. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not a bet I will suggest to anyone else. This is just for the culture.
It's for the culture. Well, I do not have any Mexican or Hispanic in my blood, so I'm going to go with the white guy. I got some white in me, so I'm going. Let's make it race war. Yep, sorry.
Yeah, I'll see how it is. All right.
I'm sorry. I'm going to.
Whose side are you on? Trump or Elon's?
All right. We're not doing this. We're not doing that.
Hey, that's arguably a bigger fight than this fight card right now. Okay, so
ain't that something, huh? I wouldn't pay for that one. That would be ugh.
Oh,
I would love to see them both on a podium going at each other. I would love that. I would pay for that.
Cody thinks you're about to get banned for starting a race war.
Ah, yeah, you're right. All right, I'll be quiet. I didn't say wads. I didn't make a voice enough. Relax. It's all good.
Then proceeds to make voices.
Yeah. You know? But the next fight, that's just the fight that I truly, I just can't wait for it, dude.
Talk to me. Bring it in. Bring it all in. Bring it to
Let's
us
do it.
here. Go ahead.
Patchy Mix making his UFC debut. He was the PFL and the Bellator. Well, he technically wanted to. He didn't fight for the PFL. So Bellator. Yeah, he was the Bellator bantamweight champion. He defended his championship belt as well. The man is on a 7-fight win streak going against a guy in Mario Bautista, which is also on a 7-fight win streak. Mario Bautista has became hated by MMA fans because of what he did to Jose Aldo. The most boring fight almost of all time. Just held Jose on the cage. That's it. He didn't care to do anything else. It was crazy that he really did that. But Mario Bautista, other than that fight, he is not a boring fighter. He is a guy that brings the action. He is a very high-paced guy. A guy, just like in Merab, I've never seen this guy get tired. Ever seen this guy get tired. And, I mean, he's welcoming a newcomer in Patchy Mix. The funny thing is, typically, you will think, oh, this is a Michael Chandler, a Michael Venom Page, a Patricio Pitbull moment. No, this is not. This is nothing of that sort. I would, for all the MMA fans out there, I would put in perspective and make an analogy of this is like when Yuri came into a UFC, a guy in his prime, a guy finishing guys from another organization, a guy with good competition in the other organization. Patchy Mix, funny enough, as the non-UFC guy, has beaten better guys than Mario Bautista. He's beaten Magomed Magomedov. That's the guy I would talk to you in earlier, saying he proved me wrong. Twice. Yeah, that pissed me off. Twice. Beat Magomed Magomedov. He got Sergio Pettis, which everyone in their right mind understood that was going to happen. And then Rafion Stotts, finishing him with a knee.
Can we give some respect to Sergio Pettis? You know,
I mean, when you saw the face-off, it's too small.
He let the Pettis family tradition go on. Win the title, then lose the title. Come on now.
Oh, that's mean. See, I'm not with it. I respect the Pettis family, but yeah, when I saw that face-off, I said, okay, well, this is going to be crazy. All right, and it was.
To be fair, Sergio Pettis had more title defenses than his brother. All right, sorry.
All right. Shout out to Sergio Pettis. He's still fighting, and well, he's not really. Okay, Patchy Mix, Mario Bautista, both on a 7-fight win streak. I just think this is matchup-wise. We have a submission or bust guy in Patchy Mix. Okay. As respectful as possible. And when I say bust, it's not that he doesn't have striking, because again, he knocked out Rafion Stotts. That's not a big thing because Merab knocked Rafion Stotts out back in the day. But anyways, he's a submission or bust guy. Mario Bautista has 3 ways to win. I would say 2. He's knocked one guy out in the UFC.
Hugged by cage. Yep.
Hugged by cage, and he's a submission threat as well. Again, he's a cardio machine. He's not going to get tired. With the matchup, it's just we have not seen Patchy Mix in there with a guy like Mario Bautista. Again, I like his competition, but Magomed Magomedov is a different fighter than Mario Bautista. Mario Bautista is a guy that's not going to get tired, and he is part of MMA Labs, which they have great game plans for guys like Patchy Mix. All that to say, Patchy Mix will win a decision. I don't think he'll finish Bautista. I could see a submission, of course. It's freaking Patchy Mix, but he's Mr. Batpack. He's going to backpack Mario Bautista for at least 2 rounds. I'll say Patchy Mix by decision.
You heard Milton, guys. He's a big fan of Patchy Mix now. He's been proven wrong. He's now all the way in. You know what? We need a new contender. We need a new guy going out there to fight the winner, Merab O'Malley. Give me Patchy Mix in the first round submission. Just go out there and explosive and just shutting it down quick. You know what? Let's make it under and half the round. 2 minutes 30
That,
seconds.
jeez. All right.
Within
That'll
that
be
time
quick.
frame, mix in for the top, quick.
If he does that, yes, him.
Performance of the night, boom.
Yep, he'll be right there, and his confidence level is just there. Also, a side note, he is. I don't know if he's a fiance yet, but he is the partner of. Dang it, what's her name? She just fought for the belt. She lost to Zhang Weili. Tatiana Suarez. There you go.
Okay.
So he puts her on game when it comes to the jiu-jitsu aspect. But yeah, and that was just a side note.
No, it's all good. It's all good. TKO, PTO, C3PO, Marab round 3. I like it, Cody. I like it.
I love that Cody loves Marab because he does, dude. Cody loves Marab,
Let's go,
and
papas. Let's
I
go.
told him that normally if I show people UFC, they
Marab's
watch
not showing.
Marab.
Marab's not
Yeah,
weird.
right. You're not if they watch Marab, they'll be like, "Man, this guy sucks." That kind of thing.
You'd actually put a Sugar Sean clip more than you would
Right.
a Marab clip.
Right. But Cody gets the game, and I appreciate that because Marab, again, I'm picking against him, but Marab, he is the machine, dude. He gained. I don't care if Umar broke his hand. The way he handled him, again, like the showboating, that's hilarious, dude. That's how you do it. If you have that style, you have to do something. And he does it very well, dude. Very, very well. But the last fight is kind of a sad fight. Kevin Holland against Vicente Luque. Yep, I'm making this because I love Vicente Luque, man.
Very sad. I'm very. This is a tragedy.
Oh, dude, a couple years ago when Vicente went on that run, and of course he's a part of Kamaru Usman's camp with I can't think of Henry Hoof. So that was about to be a fight when Kamaru Usman was at the top of his game. And that was something that I couldn't wait to see. So I said, Vicente Luque's jiu-jitsu is fantastic. His striking technically is just amazingly sound. And he hits like a truck. So everything points to, and he's Brazilian. So, I mean, Brazilians rule the world in MMA. But he's going up against a guy in Kevin Holland at welterweight. Kevin Holland at welterweight. The guys Kevin Holland loses to is Stephen Wonderboy Thompson because he wanted to out karate Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
Karate master.
Yeah, and Jack Della Maddalena, the new welterweight champion, which that fight was really dicey. It was a very, very close fight. I would love to say Vicente Luque puts on a clinic grappling. What he did to RDA was smart. He out grappled RDA. RDA is one of the greatest 155ers, not 170ers. So he used that to his advantage. But he did that in reaction to RDA's attempt to grapple him. That's what Vicente Luque does. He doesn't offensively grapple, but his defensive grappling is fantastic. Kevin Holland's not going to offensively grapple him at all. He is going to move, and that's where Vicente normally has problems. Guys that can hit him and move in range that don't just come crashing in on him. Vicente Luque typically has problems with that, especially at his elder age. This is sad for me to say, but Kevin Holland, as much as I dislike his interviews and how he speaks about himself and how he talks to people and he has no humility and all this, Kevin Holland is most likely going to finish Vicente Luque towards the second, in the ending of the second or the beginning of the third round. I will say this, just in case it happens, and Jose, you heard it here first.
Yep.
Kevin Holland will get caught. I don't know what it is, but he gets caught in a lot of ninja chokes. A lot of not ninja. Come on.
Barbell chokes.
Say it again.
Barbell chokes.
No. Dang it! I can't. Well, they're very close. The same choke that Islam is very good at.
Oh,
but thank you. Jeez Louise, my brain. But yes, he gets caught in a lot of Darce chokes, dude. That is a normal thing for Kevin Holland to do. He typically gets out of them, other than against Khamzat Chimaev.
He's a big fan. He's a big fan of getting into a choke and then started talking to his opponent. You know, to be fair.
Yeah. Shout out to the 50-year-old. Yeah. But And Vicente Luque has a great, wonderful Darce choke. So that can happen in this fight. I just want that to be out there in the world because I hope it happens. I love Vicente Luque, even at his elder age. Not a big fan of Kevin Holland anymore. But Kevin Holland's probably going to finish him by the end of the second, early third.
Kevin Holland is the perfect guy you want to start the card because he'll go out there and he'll put on a nice little fight, whether he is the action or he's gonna be the punching bag.
Right.
I cannot wait for it. I do think it's a great fight to start the night.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely like if you're a fight fan and you're like you just want like a little binge and good solid way to start it. There you go. This is the fight. I'm actually gonna go the opposite with you. I think there's a lot of confidence in Vicente Luque's last fight where he got the submission victory, choking out his opponent. Kevin Holland tends to get a little too arrogant. We talked about it with Marab, but Kevin Holland has this thing where he's too confident to where he puts himself in a position to lose quickly, and so late first round submission. Give me Vicente Luque. You know what? Let's go, Darce. Let's go freaking
Yeah, right on.
anaconda choke. Let's go.
Right on.
Let's go with it right there. I do think Vicente Luque is a little more hungrier. They both coming off a win. Obviously, like you mentioned, they both have more losses recently than victory. But I think there's a more confidence level when you come off a win, right? Like you, Milton, you're a grappler, you're a jiu-jitsu trained. I wouldn't say fighter.
I've trained, not at all. I've trained jiu-jitsu recreationally.
Yeah, recreationally, and so like there's a good feeling of when you're able to sink in that lock, whether it's a choke, a heel hook, whatever it is, and you got the guy to tap out. Now, obviously, I'm talking about competition, not just training, right?
Yeah.
So where Kevin Holland, yes, he got the nice decision victory over Gunnar Nelson. It's also old man Gunnar. I'm not really impressed with Gunnar for a long time now, to be fair.
R.I.P.
Whereas Vicente Luque, there's a little more confidence in getting a victory a minute into your fight. So I want to believe that Vicente is going to look to use that to progress him moving forward. Now, obviously, he's still way too far from a title shot. So is Kevin Holland. I don't think neither of them are really going to be there. But I think as far as getting the finish, getting the victory, give me Vicente Luque first round. I say late first round to give respect. So.
Well, I truly hope you're right, dude. Oh man, I would love to be wrong on this. I promise you. Vicente, he's ranked number 14, so he ain't getting no title shot any kind of soon. But also, if Kevin Holland does win, I think if he takes his career serious, he still has time to do something in the welterweight division. Because remember, Joaquin Buckley, 2 plus 2 doesn't always equals 4, but sometimes 2 times 2 equals 4. You know what I mean? No, that was stupid. Okay, but Kevin Holland, sorry about that. Kevin Holland, Joaquin Buckley is climbing up the ranks, and he's probably second in line for a title shot.
Yeah.
Kevin Holland flatlined Joaquin Buckley very quickly. You know what I mean? So Kevin Holland has all the skills. I just hope Kevin Holland doesn't become Kelvin Gastelum, because it's the same thing. He likes to stay at middleweight so he can eat more. He's not out of shape though, so he ain't the same like Gastelum. But he likes to.
To be fair, we're talking about this was back
long
in
time
2020. We're talking about 5
years. Yeah, I understand.
Joaquin Buckley, since like a few losses, turned it around with what was it?
What knocked out Wonder Boy? That was crazy.
It wasn't Alex Morono. He was part of the winning streak. It wasn't.
Vicente too. Finished Vicente.
Stephen
Beat
Thompson.
the heck out of Vicente.
Obviously, Kobe Covington. Joaquin just gets through Kamaru Usman, and that's game.
Hey, Kobe didn't lose that fight.
Right? Oh, stop.
I'm just kidding.
Hey,
MAGA 2020.
2020, 2024, 2028. Who's going to win? Elon Musk or Trump? Oh.
Yeah, don't get banned, dude.
Oh.
You picked the wrong side. You picked the wrong side? Well, you're good on X, but you might not be good on here.
I'll bring up the conversation, but we don't have to really pick a side.
Yeah, I don't want to pick a side.
If they knock each other out, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'll be okay with that. Respectfully, though. Yeah.
All right, guys. Milton, you got any final words, any final plugs before you close out?
Nah. Make sure everybody that's here, or anybody that you don't watch this back, right? It's just like a live thing. All right, but anybody that's here, if you search up on YouTube, The People's Debate, no spaces, you'll see a button that says subscribe. Or it'll say subscribe with the ED. If it doesn't say the ED, you're the problem. So please select subscribe. All love.
Yeah, if you don't subscribe, Milton doesn't sleep at night. Just so you know.
Thank you. I'm glad you watched the show yesterday. That's my new line. That's my new line, but I got to make sure I look at the camera. So since I'm not on the camera, I didn't say it. But Cody has a question. Best prelim fight. Cody, I got to tell you, dude, the prelims aren't the greatest. I think they're going to be action-packed, but a fight to look at is going to be, I think her name is Wang Kong. Yep, there she is. Wang Kong going against, her name was Ariana Lipsky. She got married, so it's like Ariana De Silva. But Wang Kong against Ariana Lipsky. I know you don't, women's MMA, some's the issue or whatever, but one, you've been proven wrong. The last couple of weeks of women's MMA has been kind of dope.
Not last week.
But this fight is going to be interesting just because Wang Kong, if anybody doesn't know, she's the one that was in Muay Thai and beat up Valentina Shevchenko. So everybody's hoping that she just blows up and then, she fights Valentina if Valentina's like 45. Sure.
And Ariana De Silva, it will be happy to give you a victory.
Yeah, she will. She will, but she will give you a fight. She will go out swinging, and I think that will be a fun fight to watch because Kong is she is a ninja. That's right. Okay. Just go ahead, Coach. Just go. Yep. I could have came up with assassin. Damn it. Ninja is crazy. Go ahead, Jose.
All right. Well, this will be our last episode on TikTok.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Want to risk it all? I don't think you're gonna get banned for that. That's nothing. Like, I don't
right, Ninja. That's a compliment.
Okay, let's
I just stopped.
Let's stop
yeah, sorry, yeah. Right.
I'm trying to give you an out. If you get kicked off automatically, it wasn't me. I'm just gonna tell you right now, okay?
But yeah, watch that one, bro. That's gonna be a good one.
Cody. The white tees out there are not happy with us right now.
That's funny. Okay.
But anyways, guys, check out the UFC fights this weekend. Stay safe out there. Have a good time. Follow us at the Puro Pizza Sports right here on this TikTok channel page. Or on YouTube, which I will be uploading to in a few hours, just so everyone can hear our thoughts and everything. And bell to bell, guys, MMA show between me and Milton. I mean, obviously, we're going to have a lot of fun. And, of course, Chad will be on whenever he's able to. But, guys, continue to follow us. Continue to have a good night. Right now, the Thunder are beating up the Pacers easily, so hopefully this becomes a competition soon enough. Otherwise, it's a sweep. But, guys, Milton... Ding, bro. Good night.